The Adventures of Percy and Liz in Egypt. Chapter 1. Percy and Liz had lived in Egypt for as long as they could remember. Their parents, archaeologists, had moved to Egypt to study the ancient ruins and artifacts that littered the desert. One day, while exploring the ruins near their home, Percy and Liz stumbled upon a hidden tomb. The entrance was covered by a large stone slab that they managed to move aside with some effort. As they entered the tomb, Percy and Liz could feel the air grow cooler and mustier. The walls were covered in hieroglyphs, and the floor was strewn with broken pottery and ancient relics. Excited by their discovery, they explored further into the tomb, carefully avoiding the booby traps that were set up to protect it. Finally, they came across a large sarcophagus that was covered in gold leaf. With a sense of trepidation, they opened the sarcophagus to reveal the mummified remains of an ancient pharaoh. But as they looked closer, they noticed that the pharaoh's eyes were closed, and his hands were clasped tightly around something. With trembling hands, they pried open the pharaoh's hands to reveal a small, intricately carved stone tablet. On it was written a riddle that the children could not decipher. Percy and Liz knew that they had stumbled upon something truly amazing, and they couldn't wait to solve the riddle and unlock the secrets of the tomb. But they also knew that they had to be careful, as there were likely others who would stop at nothing to get their hands on the treasure. Over the next few days, they pored over books and consulted with their parents and other experts in the field of archaeology. Finally, they managed to solve the riddle and unlock the secrets of the tomb. Inside, they found a treasure trove of ancient artifacts and relics, including a stunning golden necklace and a beautiful jeweled ring. But more importantly, they had uncovered a piece of history that had been hidden for thousands of years. As they left the tomb, Percy and Liz felt a sense of pride and accomplishment. They knew that their discovery would help unlock the secrets of the ancient world and inspire future generations of explorers and adventurers. Chapter 2. When Percy and Liz returned to the tomb, they couldn't believe their eyes. The treasure they had found was no longer in its rightful place. The sarcophagus lay open, and all the artifacts and relics were gone. Percy and Liz's parents had been away on a dig site, and the thieves had taken advantage of their absence to steal the treasure. The siblings were devastated, but they knew they had to do something to get the treasure back. They started by interviewing the locals, and it didn't take long for them to find a lead. A group of bandits had been seen in the area, and rumors suggested that they had been asking around about the treasure. Without hesitation, Percy and Liz set out on their quest to find the bandits and reclaim their treasure. They traveled for miles through the unforgiving desert, braving scorching heat and treacherous terrain, before finally coming upon a small oasis. As they approached the oasis, they saw a group of rough-looking men sitting around a campfire, with the treasure lying nearby. The siblings knew they had to be careful, as they were outnumbered and outmatched. But Percy was determined to get the treasure back. He crept closer to the camp, and when he was close enough, he launched himself at the bandits, surprising them and knocking them off guard. Liz joined in the fray, and the siblings fought bravely, determined to get their treasure back. The bandits put up a good fight, but in the end, Percy and Liz emerged victorious. As they made their way back to their home, their hearts were filled with pride and joy. They had reclaimed the treasure and had proven to themselves that they were brave and resourceful adventurers. When they finally arrived home, their parents were overjoyed to see the treasure had been recovered. They praised Percy and Liz for their bravery and determination, and they knew that their children had truly inherited their passion for adventure and discovery. From that day on, Percy and Liz knew that there was nothing they couldn't achieve if they put their minds to it. They were inspired to embark on more adventures and explore the world around them, always ready to face whatever challenges came their way. Chapter 3. Percy and Liz were restless. They had saved their family's precious artifacts, but they still felt a burning desire to explore the unknown. After consulting with their parents, they decided to embark on a journey up the Nile to find a lost city on a lost island. Their parents helped them to make the necessary preparations for the journey, including acquiring a boat, supplies, and hiring a local guide to help them navigate the treacherous waters. The journey was long and arduous, but Percy and Liz were excited to explore the ancient ruins and uncover the secrets of the lost city. As they traveled further up the Nile, the scenery changed from the vast expanses of desert to lush, green fields and forests. After several days of traveling, they arrived at the entrance to the lost city. It was nestled on a small island in the middle of the river, surrounded by dense foliage and towering palm trees. As they explored the ruins, they found themselves in awe of the sheer scale and complexity of the city. The buildings were tall and grand, with intricate carvings and intricate details that had been preserved over the centuries. But as they delved deeper into the ruins, they found themselves facing a new challenge. The city was guarded by a group of fierce warriors who were determined to protect their ancestral home from outsiders. Undeterred, Percy and Liz began to learn the language and customs of the warriors, slowly gaining their trust and respect. With time, they were able to gain access to the city's innermost secrets, including a hidden chamber that contained a map to a nearby lost island. Eager to explore more of the ancient world, Percy and Liz set out on the perilous journey to find the lost island. They sailed through treacherous waters, braving storms and fending off attacks from dangerous sea creatures, but they were determined to succeed. Finally, they arrived at the lost island, and as they explored its rugged terrain, they discovered another ancient city, filled with treasures and artifacts beyond their wildest dreams. Percy and Liz knew that their journey had been a success. They had explored new lands, discovered ancient ruins, and uncovered the secrets of the past. They felt a sense of pride and satisfaction, knowing that they had truly become explorers in their own right. Chapter 4. Percy and Liz returned to Egypt with their latest treasure, eager to share their latest discovery with the world. They presented their findings to their parents, who were impressed with the scale and beauty of the artifacts they had uncovered. Together, they arranged for the treasures to be taken to Egypt's National Museum of Archaeology, where it would be the main exhibition in the museum's collection. The museum staff were amazed by the quality and rarity of the objects, and they arranged for a grand unveiling to take place. The event was attended by dignitaries, scholars, and tourists from around the world. Percy and Liz were nervous but excited as they took to the stage to talk about their latest discovery. They described their journey up the Nile, the dangers they had faced, and the thrill of exploring new lands and discovering ancient ruins. As the museum staff unveiled the treasures, the audience gasped in amazement. The objects were unlike anything they had seen before: golden statues, intricately decorated vases, and precious jewels. The room was filled with the sound of cameras clicking, as everyone took photos of the incredible artifacts. Percy and Liz felt a sense of pride and accomplishment as they looked around the room. They had brought these treasures to light, and now they were being recognized as important pieces of history. Over the next few weeks, the exhibition drew crowds from all over the world. Tourists marveled at the objects, historians studied them in detail, and children gazed in wonder at the shiny objects on display. Percy and Liz were invited to give talks and lectures at the museum, sharing their experiences and knowledge with others. They enjoyed the attention, but more than anything, they felt grateful to have been part of such an incredible discovery. As the exhibition drew to a close, Percy and Liz knew that their adventure wasn't over. They felt a renewed sense of curiosity and excitement, eager to explore more of the world and discover more of its secrets. But for now, they were content to bask in the glow of their latest triumph, knowing that they had made a real difference in the world of archaeology. The end. Do you want to hear more stories? Then make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss our daily stories. And keep listening for more stories, which will play shortly.